Good morning. Good morning.
And finally, new rule, nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good.
Don't write me about Bitcoin, please. I don't give a f***. Don't ask me.
Bitcoin happens to use a lot of energy. It happens to promote anonymous transactions.
Bitcoin is not a currency.
Not bullish on Bitcoin.
You, John McAfee, believe in the power of Bitcoin. So much so that you'll put your on the table, chop it up, put it in your mouth, swallow.
If it doesn't reach at least $1 million.
99.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are f***ing morons. That's just it.
What's it feel like to be a Bitcoin?
I don't have any Bitcoin.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the GM show. There we are. And I'm Freeman, joined by my co-host over there, Matt. And
Good morning.
I love whenever Matt drops us a big right in the mic good morning. Just like, whoa, it really gets things blowing off. It's nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Good morning.
It's a Friday show. It's a long weekend. Speaking of which, are we going to have a Monday show or not? I guess we haven't even figured that out. We don't even know.
Markets are going to be closed, but
maybe we'll pop on and just crap all over some NFT projects. Who knows? If you're lucky. Here's our website. We're gonna shill it. GMDFi.xyz. It is the website to be at for the show. Everything GMDFi will be there. It does need a little update because we got some new things to add in there. But you can click on support if you really like this show and you want to donate some crypto. It's not worth anything anyway, so who cares? Why not just give it all to us? You can also check out our upcoming NFT project called Morning Friends. This is in very early. This is the early alpha stage of this NFT project. There is a weird transmission on there, and I'm not going to say more than that.
Go check it out. There are clues. There's
going to be constant clues.
There's
constant
clues in the transmission. Yes,
dropping nonstop. But at Morning Friends, FRENS for that. And let's get into the news.
Let's do it.
Terra community has voted unanimously, 99% of votes, to destroy 1.3 billion UST tokens. So the supply will drop by roughly 11%, it sounds like, which is a pretty big burn. Looks
now
like.
It's just the shitcoin itself, right? Is that it's not even
let's see. It has a total supply of 11.28 billion tokens.
So you stack up on your UST.
My kind of general strategy right now is I'm getting everything Do Kwon. I'm a Do Kwon maxi. Everything he touches, it turns to gold. So I'm just like,
get it. Well, if you get it on the UST now, it actually might become close to $1 eventually.
Yes,
I don't know.
Eventually, that's so sad. Eventually, the stable coin might get to $1.
It's not gonna. I don't know, man.
Eventually, if we burn enough of
something. Yeah,
they
had to do something, right?
Maybe that'll happen. Terra is also going to be launching tomorrow. I think originally it had been today, but it's tomorrow.
It was today.
Tomorrow is the official Terra 2.0 launch, and it sounds like it'll be at 6 a.m. UTC time. And it's gonna be a party. What Matt was telling me, there's people planning like spaces parties, and I mean it's gonna be a virtual party because somebody out there supposedly still is excited about Luna and Do Kwon products. But
hey, I think everyone that's holding the old Luna is just excited to get airdrop. That's the thing, is like the airdrop. That's what it's all about.
Free stuff, please.
Yeah,
Help me.
give
I
give
need
us
some free
airdrops.
stuff.
Give us airdrops. So that's where I think people are super stoked, and I don't know, man. I'm not touching any of that, but hey, more power to people that. And again, I hope it does like relieve some of the losses that occurred and everything. So, uh,
Yeah, and it sounds like if you were within these blocks, it looks like these snapshots, then you're gonna get airdropped. So all you Luna holders out there, gets excited. The SEC SEC is very excited, says Dolph. I'm sure they are. They're just
pre-attacks. I love it
watching.
how they call it an attack. They
Of
were
course, that's what
attacked.
they always call it. Yeah, they always
It,
yeah, they
it
pre-attack, the
was an
post-attack.
attack.
Yes, we were attacked.
It wasn't.
I mean, it's just it was
our core
exploited. An
our
exploit
core
is more like
product
it.
or core idea wasn't invalidated or anything. It was just
Yeah,
because we were attacked. Like
yeah.
the whole
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
not
thing
that there was a
failed.
problem with the way it worked. We
Yeah,
were
like
just attacked.
having a stable coin
We're innocent.
backed by a bunch of other shit coins, but it's not our fault. Like it's fucking we were attacked. We're the victim. Oh, shut the fuck up, Do Kwon. I think like, if I was strong in the Terra network, I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't be happy until Do Kwon is out. Like, he needs to get out of Luna if Luna is gonna actually do anything.
Yeah,
I
you'd
think.
think you would want to replace him unless he's some kind of like genius mastermind that codes at a million lines an hour or something like that, you know. Dekenza says his NFT portfolio and ETH is being attacked right now. Please fix. We have
Yeah,
contacted the devs.
I
Dekenza,
feel
but
violated.
nothing back.
I'm violated.
My ETH is violated, which is
Yeah.
then violating me. Okay, so Steppen was banned, I guess,
What?
in China.
Oh, fuck
Users,
China,
Matt's
dude.
like, what? And then he's like, oh, yeah, they were banned
Yeah.
in China. Oh, yeah.
That I guess if you would say, hey, guess what country is banning
Banning
Steppen?
Steppen.
I don't know. China maybe wouldn't be my first guess, but probably my second or third,
It'd be up there, yes.
Yeah.
So users playing from Chinese IP addresses will have their GPS cut. Sorry, Dickensas, from July
Yeah.
15th.
They really just don't want people to be leaving their houses and stuff while they're in
Yeah, they're like,
quarantine.
no.
Yeah.
We can't
This
have
shit's
people
locked
doing-
down.
Yeah.
You can't be going stepping
Stay in your
outside. Get
pod.
out of here. Yeah.
Stay in your pod. So it says starting July 15th, users playing from mainland Chinese IP addresses will have their GPS services cut, stopping them from playing. Steppen's GMT token has fallen 20% since the announcement.
That
Ouch.
sucks. I was thinking about trading GMT. It's just like yeah, anyways.
And
I
it
don't know.
sounds like, and now I wanted to see why did
Those
so
kind
it
of
says
big
Steppen
moves is
did
kind of
this.
where it gets me interested to get in, but yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's because it's been popping, dude. It's been popular.
Yeah, dude.
Now I'm trying to figure out why they said they were going to do this. Oh, in order to actively respond to relevant regulatory policies, Steppen will conduct an inventory of software users. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like they're pretty much being forced to by the Chinese regulations. Is kind of what it sounds like. So, yeah, you know, a little hit for that project that was really just kind of on a skyrocket.
I wonder, like, when this whole doing business in like American companies. I don't know. Is Steppen American? I don't know, but I guess like let's just say capitalist countries, because he doesn't even have to be from America, right? Just pro-capitalist companies, right, from like America, right? Like McDonald's in Russia. Like if you did business in Russia from an American side of company, like you're screwed now. You put so much investment into there, right? They've been building out, and McDonald's has been building out their brand there since like the 90s, right? Since the fall of the Soviet, and now now they're out.
Selling
Now they're
it,
out,
right?
and
Yeah, I think they're selling it or something.
yeah,
Right?
and so it's just like, and then here in China, it's just like trying to do business in there is a constant pain in the ass. Even if you just think about like the NBA trying to do business in China, and fans saying like free Taiwan or whatever, they get shut down. Like
Well,
they
and
get kicked out of
films,
arenas, all this
films
ridiculous
to
stuff.
Hollywood
You
films
gotta
have to cut scenes to be played in
Yeah,
China.
it's
I
like,
mean,
when are we just gonna say, "Yo,
like
fuck you, man," like,
it's
if
because
you
the
don't want
money,
this. Yeah, I
because there's a
know, but
lot of
it's like,
money over there.
I'm wondering, when does it become like, it's not financial? Like, right now, if you have a
Like, it
whole
doesn't
bunch of
work. When does the
manufacturing
money stop?
plants
Yeah.
in China,
You
you're
you've gotta be
screwed
double you
because
gotta be
you're
thinking
screwed because
right.
they're closing down your plant because of COVID and everything. Their workers can't get in there, and you can't even ship anything out because everything's bottlenecked and the ports are closed to here and there. It's just like, it's a
Yeah, you're
fucking
probably
mess,
going,
man.
I
When
kinda
is it
wish my
when is it
factory was maybe
financially.
in Taiwan or Singapore
Yeah, I'm
or
like, when
somewhere
is when
else."
is when is the cost to benefit ratio start to flip where you're just like, it's not really worth it to have that risk to be in a communist type country. Um, I don't know. It's
These
interesting, man. I wonder
companies
if
need
we're
to learn
seeing a
from
great
Yukon.
flippening.
Keep going.
That's
Just keep going, man. Just keep going. It'll work
just
out.
come out with the free V2,
Yeah,
man. Just come out with
V2.
V2.
Roadmap 2 just fixes everything every time. You just need
Yeah,
Roadmap 2, man. Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep. We try not to go too much into politics on this show. Matt and I were just talking about how it's kind of nice that we don't have to go there too often.
We don't go
But
into politics. I was
crypto
just saying
does
that.
touch politics. Crypto touches politics. It's
Yeah,
relevant.
you kind of
So
have to
sometimes
touch
you
on
got to
it.
go there.
And I'm more so just talking about, like, economic. Like, if you're a
Yeah,
company, are you going to be really constantly? Are you
exactly.
going to be continuing to look in China to get your products to be manufactured? If it's this constant uncertainty, if your company's going to be closed or whatever.
It used to be the
Anyway,
place. It used to be the only place you'd even think
yeah,
of
man.
to do manufacturing.
Absolutely,
You
man.
never
Whenever
even
like
considered the thought
whenever
of doing
we
something like
had an idea for a product or something, the
that. Yeah,
first thing I
go
would
to
do is go
Alibaba.
to Alibaba, yep, and find my manufacturer,
Yep.
Um,
Yeah,
so, but now it's like, dude,
yeah, it's a mess now.
yeah, it's a mess.
Just keep going.
Um, yeah, just keep going. Just
Let's
keep
go to the
going.
charts. Speaking of which, let's
We're going to the
just keep
charts.
it going. We're going to the charts. We are out of the news just like that. Whoosh. Right
All
to the
right.
charts.
All
That's
right.
my little transition sound effect. We don't need
I
transitions on the show. I
so I'm
got my
looking at
voice.
GM. We were talking about GMT, so I moved over here. So I guess we'll just start with GMT real quick to have a little fun. Um, this is
Sounds
all I
fun.
got, right? It started from 19th of March. So yeah, this is it. It really started to crash around everyone else, right? 4:30. Day of
Never
live in
forget.
infamy, right? Yeah, so GMT's been on a tear downward. I'm imagining the whole China drop was this from yesterday, right? Psh. Um, so that's yeah, that's pretty brutal. Daily doesn't look good. We are seeing though a little curve here on the wave. VWAP's pointing up. We are still in a green money flow zone here on the kimono, and that's starting to point up. So this could be a temporary, at least for now, bottom for GMT. Um, let's check out. Let's see on the lower time frames. 4 hours forming an oversold signal. VWAP crossed up. Looks like money flows crossing up. We've got a nice little cup coming here. So I think we could be seeing some nice higher prices, a nice bounce potentially coming from GMT.
Okay.
Let's go back down to 1 hour. 1
People
hour. Looks
stepping,
like
people starting to step. You got people stepping right now, man.
get your asses out there and start walking. Let's pump this thing. Yeah, it's still it's challenging right now on the 1 hour. It's challenging the 50 MA. So I'd be watching it, especially on the lower time frame, seeing what's going to happen. But we could. I would expect, right? Maybe prices to come up, have a little retrace, and then we bounce off of that, right? Get a test back to the 50 EMA there after we cross up above it. That's what I'd like to see on the 1 hour for me to really say, hey, yeah, daily 4 hour, we're totally be turning this thing around and we could have a nice recovery pump. All right, let's go on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, how are you doing today?
Look at the
Hey, you've been
corn.
pumping this morning since I got in. 1 hour here. I guess we'll start with lower. Now let's start with the higher time frame. Let's go with the daily. So yesterday was obviously horrible, right? But today we're looking like, what's interesting here in the kimono on the daily, we had this oversold signal went off here, right? It really kind of is a fake out for an overbought signal here. So we put in an oversold signal, and after yesterday's really crappy day, right? We responded really well, because yesterday what we saw was a giant drop, right? And then we started to see prices kind of rebound and kind of take up those fill in those red candles, those giant drops. And I mean, yeah, today we're looking like we're continuing on the upside. We still are holding that candle, which is interesting. What I don't like to see here on the daily on the kimono wave is the money flow is still going down. That's not really reassuring. We kind of want to see that money flow picking up, showing us that money is going into the market. But it doesn't look like it's there yet on the daily. Let's see what 4 hours looking like. 4 hour is mess. That's what 4 hour is, man. I mean, we're chutting here, right? This is just a nasty range, dude.
Getting
Just
you a t-shirt, a hat that says chutting.
chutting. That'd be kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, I mean, if you just see the VWAP here, like, dang, look at the VWAP action here. It doesn't really know what it really wants to do. Does it want to? It's just hovering here, and I don't like all these different fake outs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you could kind of try to find some divergences there, but I don't see it. We're just getting lower lows, not getting higher highs. Doesn't really look good. I would really be playing off of the 50 EMA. Price returns 50 EMA, pulls away, returns, pulls away, returns. That's what I'd be looking at. And using the kimono wave to say, hey, okay, we've confirmation. We're testing the 50 EMA here. Oh, look, we get an bot signal. We're going to see lower prices. Boom, drops. Take profits quick. And then go in and that it's going to return to the 50 EMA. Does it again? So it's just this constant battle, right? It's just this constant tap coming down. So on these like sideways markets, I'd be really playing the levels a lot here because a 4 hour on BTC is just not really moving, right? It's almost like a big consolidation going on here. I could see some whales gathering their tokens up right now. I mean, hey, what you like to see here on the 1 hour, this is a big level of support right here, 28K, 28.8, right? So let's see if we can. Gosh, it's crazy to say after like so long, we're saying we're going to 28K, we're going to 28K, and just like here, we're saying it like it's nothing. Yeah. Yep. Here we are. 28K.
Hanging out at 28K.
Yeah, so it's yeah, I mean what you'd like to see is some higher highs here, right? We're not really getting lower lows right now. That's kind of nice, but we really want to start seeing some higher highs and get this because right now we're just seeing this downward trending wedge kind of happening here, which means that maybe you can expect Bitcoin to come up here, maybe break it, right? If we do get higher highs, be careful because you could be entering a bull trap before they start taking the prices down. Because we still are in bearish mode here. I mean, the 50 EMA is down below the 200 EMA. So yeah, I would be expecting prices to reject off of these kinds of levels. So that's what I'd be looking out for, and especially since we have this giant green wave coming here on the kimono wave. Let's kind of just map out where we could, right? You can kind of, I mean, what would be interesting to watch out for is if we actually get the wave to kind of curve here, we get an overbought signal, momentum going down, but prices come up higher. right? So then we're like, okay, we're getting higher prices but lower momentum, and get a bearish divergence forming here on the 1 hour. I'd be looking out for that kind of formation happening here on Bitcoin. But yeah, I guess over the weekend, let's think about like what it's a long weekend. Less people are going to be trading. Markets close Friday, Monday. What could be happening? And I mean, likely it's just good at most weekends. It just kind of ranges, right? Most weekends it's just been ranging, and we're in this giant range right now. Let's see. Let's get our handy dandy fixed ranged indicator. Let's see what we got here. So our point of control, we're going to say, is right here. So that's our point of control. And what we can maybe see, so this is on the daily. So this is from the low wick to the high that I can see here. So you could pull this also a bit differently. You're like, I don't want to do the wick. Let's say I want to see when price closes and stuff like that. So which isn't much different, but you get the idea. So I'm not, with this being the point of control, this is just meaning that, hey, this is the longest area where the price has been in this time frame, right? From here, like this is the most activity going on. So we can see prices basically bouncing off of it, rejecting it, or breaking through it and bouncing off of it, right? It's the point of control. So a lot of movement, right? If it's near the point of control, you want to be you want to be looking at like, okay, if I'm going to be longing and shorting, sometimes I do both, and I just kind of wait to see what direction is it really going to be hitting, because the point of control to me is like diddling in the middle. I don't like to diddle in the middle. You're diddling in the middle of the range. Don't diddle in the middle of the range. But just when you're there, just understand that you could go both ways. It really could be bouncing off of it, could be going up off of it, exploding through it. Just it's always important to recognize where the point of control actually is, and where where the price is in relation to that, and your kind of range area here that you would like to be playing in. I mean, I would actually be looking at this range right in here probably, or sorry, right here. So you can so I mean, as you can see, we came down, we're bouncing off of this level here. We've already tapped the point of control. So where are we going to go for the weekend? I bet you we're just going to range around here. It just be we're just going to be bouncing around these levels. Just because, again, it's in the US, it's a holiday weekend. The New York markets are going to be closed Monday. So I'd expect a rangy weekend, something like this. And we could, one thing to keep in mind that we could be seeing on Bitcoin is that, if we start getting candles that close below this level, right? If we start getting candles that start closing below the 28.7 level, then this support starts acting as resistance, and we will be starting our downward momentum to lower prices. So watch out for that, right? If you if you're going to be watching the charts over the weekend, just keep that in mind, that if that kind of thing forms over the weekend, maybe start getting your shorts on, get a little bearish, and as we move on downward, because it is I do see Bitcoin definitely going down below these levels. I mean, it just is. I mean, you have this downward wedge. You really gotta. It's going to take a lot for Bitcoin to really flip this around. And most of the time, as it tests these levels, there's only so long those levels can hold before they start breaking. And also keep in mind, right? Keep in mind that if we do break through this, right, there's going to be a lot of people starting to go long. And so you could be entering into a bear trap. That's why I'm like, play this range, right? It could come up and then reject here, trapping all the bears that entered up here. So I could totally see some bear traps forming over the weekend as well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking on Bitcoin. Let's go to ETH. Let's check out ETH. I was looking at ETH today because if you guys remember, I have this level set, right? This is our support from last year's crash in what was it, May, right? Last year, May crash and whatnot. That kind of lasted through the first half of the summer. This was major point of support, as we noted in the past too. Bitcoin has broken through this level, their respective level. It wicked down below that one. Here we did wick down. If you could see last night, Ethereum wick down. Now, I'm going to actually make a newer line because I did have it up here a little bit. Let's make it to the bottom of this wick here. That's a little bit, but yeah, look, I mean, we tapped it, we did it, and we just got a clean rejection, massive rejection from it. And again, there's so many, limit orders just here, lots of liquidity to be gobbled up. So, boom, wick down there. It's picking up. On the daily, on the kimono wave, we still have, an overbought signal. It looks like money flow it's still trending downward. VWAP's starting to come up. So everything but the money flow is looking decent. As far as maybe that we could start. Maybe we could start turning it around. I don't know. Over the weekend, maybe we can see some higher prices and take this vector candle zone, right? Because right here, this is a big signal that the market makers are going long. All right, this giant drop, whole bunch of retail traders taking shorts, market makers going long. So I would expect the price to come up and consume that candle possibly over the weekend. Again, Kimono Wave doesn't quite say that yet, but just watch it and it might. Let's go to the lower time frames. 4 hour is we could be getting a nice little recovery cup here as we get prices moving up and challenging the 50 EMA again. Right, we extended quite a bit from the 50 EMA, so I'd expect prices to go up. What you want to see is price aggressively returning to the 50 EMA, because you don't really want to see it kind of stagnate here and wait for the 50 EMA to come down, because then you're really asking yourself for some lower prices at that point. Yeah. So let's see if we get a nice aggressive recovery here in the 4 hour. Right now we are forming an oversold signal. Very nice. So let's see if that holds. The next hour and 47 minutes. Yeah. We're taking hopium today, man.
Every day.
Hopium.
That's how I do this show every day.
I know. Yeah, just take that hopium, man.
Deep
breath. Yeah. So 1 hour. Now we come to the 1 hour and we say, okay, is there any kind of patterns changing? Any kind of trends that are looking like? Are we going to start reversing some trends? You know what? Let's look at what do I see? What do I see? I see lower prices, but I also see momentum going up.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is that?
That's divergence. That's divergence. Do. So we got a 1 hour divergence forming on ETH, or it has formed. It's playing out.
Yeah.
We're getting a nice thing. So what we could be seeing on ETH here is we could see a rejection off of the 50 EMA, or that's what we could be seeing. Like this, yes, it's a nice bullish divergence on the 1 hour, but we could be seeing a pullback. We do have all of this vector candle zones that the price is going to likely come back to at some point. So we can maybe see maybe it's rejecting now. The RSI doesn't look too hot. It's already pretty maxed out. So we could be seeing a little cool off before we kind of get another run up and trying to break this 50 EMA, right? And this could be the beginning of a W. That's what we kind of like to see in breakout patterns, right? A nice W pattern.
Derby.
right? Comes down, comes up, comes down, gets, and this could go down deeper, right? It might not, I'm just using this first can vector candle zone. But yeah, come down, bounce right back up through, blasting through this 50 EMA, coming, getting those higher prices. So watch out for this pattern. I would really like to see this be forming today. Right? Because if yeah, we could totally be seeing that. Maybe around this afternoon we start seeing a nice bounce back. But yeah, what we kind of want to see here on the kimono wave is something like this, right? Could go down a little bit lower. Trend still going up, higher momentum. That's kind of what we want to see on the momentum wave here. But so bullish things happening. At least it looks like we're really trying. The prices are really trying to recover from the massive drops from yesterday and overnight. Some of them had those dips.
Every
Let's do
day.
some ape watch. All right. Gosh, guys, yeah, here on the 1 hour, we're still pretty rough. I mean, I would call this a rejection right now off of the 50 EMA. I'd call it a rejection. You have, and I'm just saying that in the 1 hour, we have RSI pointing down. You still have, you're still negative momentum. Money flow pointing down, VWAP pointing down. Yeah, so I'd say, hey, lower prices soon for ape. Get ready to get a little pullback from that pump. Who knows how far low we're going to get on that one. But I mean, here on the 4 hour, so on the 4 hour, we look like we could be forming soon an oversold signal, which means, hey, this little dip that looks like it's coming on the 1 hour could be pretty minimal. Look forward to bounce off of the next level of support and get some higher prices. That's what I would be looking for on those lower time frames, just because 4 hours says, hey, this dumpage that we had here, we're a little exhausted. We want to get back up here to the 50 MA and show some correction and get some more retail traders in the game to dump on them again, trap them, get them liquidated. That's what the game's all about.
The sparkling wine of shit coins. I love it. I think that's perfect.
Yeah. All right, what do we got in chat here? Are we talking about ETH here? Oh, yeah.
Just
go
ETH.
to 1300. Man, the lowest I see we could go on ETH is honestly in the hundreds. It's not. I see, on
Zero.
a lot of these.
It's going to zero. I'm sorry.
Not going to do that. But I do see it's just because it's and this is why I trade and I don't invest into this stuff, because it's just I don't care what the price is, right? I just go with the charts, man. A percentage move is all the same to me. Doesn't matter what price it is. So that's how the market that's why I do it, because the market maker does that. The market maker doesn't give two shits about the price. They just move and they chase liquidity. So it's it's gonna be with the way the market is and the way the economy, right? The overall FUD of just everything. We could be in this area for a long time. Long time meaning a year or two. I don't know.
Gotta stay liquid, dog.
But see, the same thing though. At the same time, the higher all-time highs still isn't out of play. That is still all-time highs, still reaching all-time highs this year is still is in the theory could still happen. Absolutely. Because,
of course.
Yeah. So I mean,
crypto's super volatile. It's just insane.
Yeah, I mean, because if you think about, we're at levels where we were a year ago, and what happened last year, we still hit all-time highs after that. So it isn't invalidated. Hitting all-time highs this year still isn't invalidated. Still can happen. It's just this is a different year than it was last year. Inflation's a lot higher. There's a lot more FUD on the market. It's so that's why I'm thinking that I could see us going lower before we go higher this time around versus last year. But we'll see, man. I'm Hopium's got me. Hey, you know, we get there, but it could be, yeah, who knows? We'll
Must
see.
take
And some tokens, right? I keep seeing Cardano, more and more Cardano, um, being on the list of potential extinct tokens that aren't going to make it
At
past the
least
bear
they
market.
don't have a stable coin.
You know who did a good write up on Near? Let's check out Near. So I should probably share. Oh, I'm gonna butcher. What's her Twitter? Lady of Crypto, Lady of Crypto, I think is her Twitter account. She's a very like conservative trader, right? And she's super bright, and she was talking about she did like a decent thread. One of these times I'll maybe share it next time on the show, but the thread was just went really in depth on Near and why she's I guess she didn't actually say whether or not she's like thinking this one has a better chance of surviving or not, but hey, they have lots of investment. They've got tons of projects being built on it. And it really is like what projects have the VC money? What projects have the money to be able to survive without their coin pumping? You know what I mean? Those are the ones that are going to be better off. And yeah, there's a nice bullish thread on Near. So I was like, okay, maybe I should be a little bit more optimistic on Near. I don't know. But it is, it still is one on my list of, endangered tokens list, of possibly not coming back. But again, going back to those points that Lady of Crypto brought up, I was like, hey, maybe there is more optimism here that I should be having for Near. It's just, it on a daily here, it looks like it's in the middle, just starting possibly on a giant dump. You know what I mean? Like on a daily, RSI is just screaming down, money flow going down. We got this newer wave kind of forming. Now it is at this level, so it's like we are at like max. I call this kind of like the tsunami because it's just kind of wave after wave after wave after wave, and it's just staying down negative, negative, negative. And then this is where like a lot of breakout traders, this is where breakout traders get just hosed, because they're sitting here thinking we're breaking out here, we're breaking out here, we're gonna break out here, we hit the bottom, and it's never the bottom for them, unfortunately, in these kind of moments and times. But it's just ranging in this area, we're definitely getting the lower lows. See, this is what sucks about Near right now. This is what this candle right now that we have is really bad for Near. I mean, we broke down
the whole
this
chart's
level.
really bad.
Yeah, man, it's this candle right now is really bad for Near. Like because this level of support could be turning into resistance. So be watching out for that for Near. We do look like 4-hour. We could be forming, oversold signal, but at the same time, that could just be getting us back up here to the 50 EMA, and then rejecting off of it to get lower prices. And now it makes sense. 50 EMA comes down here. Look, it's hitting the next level of resistance.
Lots of tokens looking similar-ish. I mean, pretty much everything the 50 is under the, is in a bearish pattern, the 50 EMA. So it's it's gonna take something to get all the prices back up.
Yeah, I mean, some of them look like they're ready to looks like they could be forming some patterns that definitely show out, some upward momentum. But it's
we talk about XMR almost every day on here. We've been covering XMR.
XMR
and how
has been
doing
performing
really good,
really well. Yeah,
this is the only one.
We were just showing how like we just showed Near and how those days were just kind of like boop boop boop. Hey, XMR has been going up. So XMR has been doing well. On the daily, we have RSI going down. Looks like we could be forming an overbought signal. Money flows trending down. VWAP going down. We could be seeing, and it's just challenging the 50 EMA here on daily. So much confluence right here is telling me, you know what? XMR is ready for a cool off.
Yeah,
We could be seeing
exactly.
some lower prices.
Yeah.
4 hour is looking like we're about to. Hey, 4 hour,
Yeah,
different,
I mean,
different.
it's
So we're
looking
starting to
pretty
get a
bullish
curve
right
here.
there. Yeah.
Could be getting soon an oversold signal. We could just this to be a nice healthy challenge of the 50 MA, and we could be seeing higher prices. We
Yeah.
could be. 4 hours says, hey, we're just bouncing off the 50 MA here. We're ready to go.
Good. I love
So
XMR.
that's so we
Love it.
could be seeing this could be the next leg up, but let's look good on the lower time frames. So remember that when we were saying XMR could be ready to cool down, that was on the daily, right? So that's
Just,
still in
yeah,
play.
it just
That's
depends
still
on the
that theory is
time
still
frame.
in play. It's just we could be seeing higher highs before we see that. We could be seeing more highs before we see that cool down. Is what I'm saying, right? Now the 1 hour doesn't look so hot. We do have it downtrending. This giant momentum wave looks like it could be starting to cool down. Every time I see the RSI starting to point down, it's kind of like an early indication to me. It's like, hey, all right, the wave, right, the momentum wave is gonna likely start to cool down, and we could start seeing some downward momentum. And we, hey, but okay, good things, bad things. Right, we came down below the 50 MA, came up to challenge it, got rejected. So, and right now we're challenging again. We could be getting rejected. That's bad. Good thing, 50 MA is still above the 200 EMA. So maybe this is a temporary rejection, and we start to get over it. What we'd like to see is higher lows, right? We don't want to see lower lows. We want to see higher lows, and then start getting higher highs again, and start trading the 50, bouncing up off of the 50 MA to start to get those extra profits. So it's like, XMR is in a really interesting spot, right? Because 4 hours saying, hey, maybe we're done with the dump. Maybe we are. 1 hour is saying, you know what? We could dump a little bit more. We could get a little more squeeze of dumpage out of this. And daily says, hey, you know what? This pump was great. Let's maybe cool off a bit, right? So in a lot of these, we haven't had a printed sell signal. We haven't had printed signals yet. It's just we're just watching the formations happening right now. So we are kind of going ahead, kind of trying to predict what's going to be happening here. But I mean, I could totally see like this giant vector candle zone that was left here from yesterday. I mean, could we see just one more pump just to get that before we come down? Totally can. We totally can. That's not out of the cards. Because, right, we were looking at earlier, 4 hour says, hey, you know what? We can get more out of this. We could juice this for more. It's just 4 hour, there's not really vector candle zones up here to claim anymore, is there? So we might leave that vector candle zone for later to come back up to there on the daily. And yeah, again, look at all these vector candle zones down here on the hourly 1 hour. So it kind of makes sense. I mean, really, if you just look at the 1 hour, it's like, hey, you could see the trend here. So I'd be getting ready to get my shorts on for a little bit. XMR might be kind of fun to trade today. I might mess around with it. Might play with it. Might be
I don't know if it's just the weather or the markets, but I seem to be wearing shorts every day lately.
It's
really
both.
sure what it is. It's both.
It's both.
It's both. It's getting humid, hot and humid. Okay. Well, I guess let's take.
That was a long chart. I feel like that took a long time.
Hey, wake up, everybody, wake up. Okay, wake up. Okay, we're gonna go to a nice song to soothe everyone's pains. A nice little song from Jonathan over at Song a Day. Enjoy, and we'll be right back.
Don't think about the price of E. Watch my driveway get paved instead. I had a dream that I lost all my teeth. Everybody that I loved was dead. The molecules they're paving with were once inside a star. Synapses in your brain are just the same. It's just what you are. Don't think about the price of E. Watch my driveway get paved instead. Scratch the surface and underneath. Randomness and consequence unintended. The molecules you're breathing now were once inside a star. The synapses in your brain are just the same. It's just what you are. Do 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 do
You got to let it fully get paved. You know, you got to let the
He makes you
for the
watch,
full
finish
satisfaction.
that.
For the full
Yeah.
satisfaction, you need the full pave of the road there.
Yeah.
So if you want to get that song, you can own that song as an NFT by going over to songaday.world, and you can bid on that song right now if it
And
is
if you don't
therapeutic for you.
if you guys don't know that dude, he's he's
Really
a
cool
legend in my
dude.
book. Yeah, he's just always making, not all of his songs are winners, right? He has to make a song a day. They're not all going to be winners, but
that's the point.
he's hustling
up
it out there
every
all the
day.
time, showing up
Showing up every day, making a song a day. Yeah, that's pretty gangster, gotta say.
Yeah, yeah. So
cool.
yeah,
go check it out.
Project.
Check it out.
Yep.
Okay, what do we want to complain about first? Well, I know what I want to complain about first. That's why we called the show "You Get a Derivative, You Get a Derivative, You Get a Derivative." How many goblin products do we now need? It's like, I liked Goblin Town. I like Goblin Town. Okay, nobody hurt me. But do we need little goblins? Do we need AI goblins? Do we need baby goblins?
I just want to tell you how stupid this AI shit is, because the Moonbird AI thing. Oh fuck!
How many goblins do we need, bro?
Those guys probably had this project. They probably had this all planned out. They've been working for months, and they're like, "Yeah, we got this great Goblin Town project." And all of a sudden, Goblin Town comes, and they're like, "Oh shit, we are way late to the game. Came on this cool project."
I hope it's as innocent as that. I hope it's as innocent as that. I hope it's not just blatantly that they decided they thought this was a good idea after Goblin Town, because
that's true.
That would be rough.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, you are. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
Yeah.
I like you. Well, this was like 18 hours ago, their first tweet. So,
Oh, okay, never mind. They're gone. Yeah, no, they totally. Never mind. Benefit out, gone. They
Well,
totally are just
maybe
trying to
baby
milk the
goblins.
craze.
Maybe it was baby goblins. Maybe.
So
Oh,
there's
I
baby
don't know.
goblins and little goblins. Is that right?
Yes, there's little goblin. Yeah, little goblin too.
Little goblin and baby goblin.
And baby goblin. Yep. And you
They're
know,
the same. Just
these are what my children would look like. I'm pretty sure. Little goblin children, little degens. Matt really likes the AI goblins. I think he owns a couple of these.
dude, I don't understand the AI shit. Like people were trying to push AI art so long, like it's the beginning of NFT space, right? And it was always just like, what a fucking cheap ass way to make, you know, a shitty way to make NFT product. And then someone says, "Oh, I'm gonna put these moonbirds in there and have the AI make these freaking AI generated moonbirds," and they go crazy. I'm just like, are y'all simps or what? Like, what the frick? Like, how is this all of a sudden like cool? Now it's acceptable. Now all of a sudden, AI generated art is now being fully embraced by the NFT community. And let's just AI generate everything and make
Oh
it
wait,
rid
we
of
got more
AI
stuff.
derivative
Oh
everything.
man. Oh my
It's
gosh.
just
Just
kind
when you
of,
think it's ended. We got Goblin Pets Town.
I just don't know what is it. I think it's, you know, I think it is, dude. I think it's just Moonbird simps, man. That's the only thing I could think of is just these dudes who are just like, I'm simping for this AI generated art because I'm a simp for Moonbirds, and that's it, man. I really just don't understand why that
I mean,
derivative
it's just
is
like, you know, anytime we get a really hot project, we get this flood of derivatives, like just like the moonbirds too. All of a sudden we had all these different birds and they were all the websites were using the same background and the same font. We were just complaining about that last
dude.
week. Here we are
Yeah,
this week now complaining that everyone's just copying this project. It's like just the
yeah.
you just copy the project du jour of the hour, you know. It's like today's, you know, this week's project that we're all going to make derivatives of. So, yeah. No, savage there, Yoda. Not Yoda. I almost want to call you Yoda, but you're not Yoda. Goblins are trash.
Not Yoda. Those yeah,
things
I
are
mean,
ugly.
yeah, I gotta. I don't know. It just none of it. I just don't know what was it that just like I don't know with the AR. I don't know a lot of this. The derivative stuff. Dude, I just don't touch it. But damn, if you're early on a lot of them, it's decent flips. That's the reality.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
live in.
well, if you're a degen, of course you can just go around just degenning out with all these projects and just flipping them and just grabbing liquidity here and there. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like I feel like see that part too is that all these stupid ass derivative projects that take like you see very little effort and thought and imagination and uniqueness, they just kind of steal liquidity from actual projects that would probably benefit from it, you know. So it's just kind of like to me, it really hurts the overall NFT market with all these stupid ass derivatives. Because it's like, yeah, you know, people are actually trying to build shit in this space, and your money probably better off there. Instead, people's money are getting soaked up into this dumbass AR generated garbage, you know. Anyways, you
Nice. I
know,
got Matt to rant. That was perfect. That was perfect.
yeah,
You know, I
it's
triggered
not
him.
hard.
Yeah,
It's
all I
not
gotta do
very
is
hard.
plant
Yeah.
triggers throughout the show, and Matt carries the show for me. I just plant little triggers here and there.
How many GMs are we giving these? 0 GMs.
Which ones? How about these ones? Yeah.
Dude, those suck because they're like those are like the worst. Like it's all clean and shit. Like the goblins aren't clean.
Yeah.
What is that? So stupid.
Yeah. Oh man, the chat's fired up too. I think about this too. Everybody seems to have strong feelings about this. So, yeah, I mean, it just is. It's tiresome, I will say, especially you know when we're looking at NFT projects all day, and we're just like, okay, you know, the Goblin Town itself goes far enough that like. You know, like Dickenza said, how long can you know, like how long will it keep up the shtick? How long will the shtick work?
Right.
Right? It's
That's kind of what we were talking about.
that
Yeah.
question is like already there for just the original project, let alone all these derivatives. You know, it's just silly.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of hey, you know, yeah. I mean, if you're not taking profits now, on your goblin. If you got a free mint goblin, you're not taking profits now. I mean, I don't
Well, I
know
think a
what
lot
to
of
tell you,
people
man.
are. Look at the
I
floor price.
can't feel sorry for you if it goes back down to like 0.03 ETH and you're like, oh, I could have had 2 ETH if I sold it and you didn't. Dude, you got to take these opportunities because yeah, what's the incentive just to keep holding on to that goblin, man? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, we definitely have had a little sell-off here. You can see that, it reached a top. It's cooling off here. So, yeah, I mean, people are
Yeah.
starting to take profits, I'm sure. It was a free mint. I mean, gosh, I've seen
That's
some
crazy,
people
yeah.
had a crazy amount of those goblins,
By the
10
way,
or something.
Morning Friends will be a
It's
free
going to be
mint.
free
Just
mint
throwing
too.
that out there.
Yeah.
Just reminding people.
Twitter.com/morningfriends.
Um,
Yeah, to Kansas,
yeah.
you won't miss the next BAYC because it's Morning Friends, obviously. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I see the thing is I think that's also like so that idea of like the next Yuga Labs. Will there be another Yuga Labs? I guess is the question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
don't know
yeah,
if there
right.
will be, right? Because
Right.
it's kind of
I mean, isn't this what happens even in the traditional startup world where you get one startup that does something really
right.
well and you get 100 competitors just pop up that are now
Right.
copying them, essentially doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I
And
kind of
none
look
of
for
them
like
usually really get quite to the status that the original did.
and the reason why because Yuga Labs, if there is going to be a next Yuga Labs will probably just buy that. That's what they've been doing. They're just consuming like these giant NFT projects. So
Yeah,
I don't know if
exactly.
there will be a next Yuga Labs, but like you gotta kind of look for the second best. Like what's going to be the
Well,
second
and there will
because
be other pop-in projects
that'll
that
be
are
a
different,
yeah,
I hope. I don't want another Yuga Labs. I want something different. I want the next
right.
cool project that gets big,
Something
but
that's
I
more
want it to be
different than
totally
a
something totally
metaverse,
different. Yeah, I want it to be totally different. Totally different. It needs to be a whole different
right?
concept. It shouldn't be just copy paste the same thing as
Hmm.
Bored Apes, where we're gonna do a PFP
Right.
and then we're gonna have land sale and then we're gonna, just
It's gonna be
copying the
hard.
roadmap of BAYC
Yeah, see
drives me
that
nuts.
would be if it see that's the thing is like right, everyone's trying to copy and paste Yuga
The
Labs
popular
is
projects, right?
Yuga Labs is roadmap essentially. We're gonna build this collection. We're gonna have more collections. We're gonna have land. We're gonna have a metaverse. We're gonna do all this stuff. But it's like you're competing against Yuga Labs directly at that point.
And all
And
the other projects.
what's the chance of actually succeeding in that? Um,
Well, and it's
because
just like
they're gonna nail the
how many
metaverse market.
different metaverse lands do you need to own? How many different those Minecraft worlds? Like how many Minecraft worlds do you need to be a part of, before you get kind of just like worn out of that concept, right? It's like, okay, I've seen a lot of Minecraft worlds. I don't need to see more of these. I'm good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, all right. Well, let's ask this. Okay, so then
Minecraft world.
if we don't think there could be possibly like maybe there's not going to be another Yuga Labs, but what would be the second best? Just like Home Depot. Home Depot here is like boom. That is the number one home improvement store, and Lowe's is like, hey, I'm totally fine being second place. Who's
See,
going to be that Lowe's?
I don't want to get in
Who's
on
that
Lowe's.
second place?
I don't know, but I don't want it. Because I just
no,
want something else. I want
that's a bad
Target.
example.
I want to go to
That's a
Target. I
bad-
want Target and Home Depot in
Okay,
my
okay, well then-
portfolio.
all right, yeah. Let me re-ask that. That was a bad right. You got me there. That was a bad example.
No, it's okay. No, because it is a good example. It's
no,
because this is what we're
we were
kind of
just talking about how we
yeah.
don't want a copy paste of Yuga Labs, and that's exactly what I was just saying. Okay, let's do that. What's going to be the next? What's going to be the second to Yuga Labs as far as not just Yuga Labs
like
copy
project
model,
wise, just
but
project
yeah,
total. Like what's going to be the next big project?
Enough
right?
Clout, right?
Right. Next big projects. Well, I mean, Moonbirds is definitely a candidate. I'd say it's a candidate. It depends on what happens with that project, of course, because we've only seen like the first phase of it. So, but it has so much volume in it. There's a lot of, it's just a large community and it's holding a pretty high floor price, even through like a rough market. You got Azuki's too, but Azuki is kind of like one of those BAYC clones, and someone's gonna jump down my throat for saying that because I don't really know enough about Azuki. I'm not part of that community, so I don't really know. I could be totally wrong, but
we got cool jackets though.
Well, yeah, which I am jealous of. I'm thoroughly jealous of. And if they had promised to send a jacket to the OG holder of the Azuki, maybe I would have bought. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think are going to be the next large mainstream projects that that celebrities and everybody's wanting to jump onto?
That's different than Yuga Labs. That Yuga Labs also wouldn't buy up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think
hard question.
I think Moon. Yeah, the whole Proof and Moonbirds, right? That whole kind of. I mean, they got a lot of VC money, so that definitely helps them. But yeah, what exactly? I mean, that's really just a like, hey, this is like an extremely expensive alpha group kind of type deal. Isn't that basically what it's about, really?
Well,
Right.
that's why I'm like, what? Well, let's, we'll have to see what they do next, right? With that now community they have, what will they build with that community, right? And that's why I guess it's like, and I saw Dekenza said food-based NFT, which I think is interesting because it's like, then we're getting to new, like that's what I like about that thought process is different utility than what we've already seen for NFTs, right? Or maybe it'll be ticket sales or events or NFTs, or I don't know what will be the next big thing. But I do
bet
wonder
you,
beyond.
I could totally see like a giant game. Like imagine
a
like
game,
a AAA kind of game. Like a Fortnite or something that really implements NFTs. In a way, I think that might be what really kind of gets maybe even past Yuga Lab's successes with NFTs. Yeah,
I like where you're going now, because
I think memberships.
I like that.
I think memberships is big too. Just like imagine.
Yeah, of course.
There's lots of different ways.
Yeah,
but
well, that's kind of what Proof is.
That's what Proof is. That's a membership NFT, right? Yeah.
Well, and I guess that's kind of what Bored Ape is too. It is interesting because the core of like an NFT is
they're all
community membership. Like you're getting a membership to a community in a way. But
but Bored Ape, Bored Ape's more focused on their metaverse,
like membership utility. I see what you're saying.
I would call Yuga Labs a metaverse company. You know what I mean? Like that's their niche. Like they're building out a metaverse for their community. Yeah, so it's interesting on how it all kind of evolved. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I just see I see the NFTs I think are just going to obviously continue to become more and more popular. Just like you see like in the mainstream, you'll start to see ads that have at first it was like, oh, they started to add their Twitter handle or their Facebook, handle or their Instagram handle, on like, TV ads, or they put, these things start to be added. So, I think we're going to see NFTs become more and more ubiquitous in all kinds of things in daily life. And maybe we'll see all kinds of uses for NFTs and markets that are volume sizes and NFT projects that are for uses we can't even fathom right now. So I think we're obviously still very early with NFTs, and leak some Morning Friends alpha. Ken's like, I'm bored, give me some Morning Friends alpha.
Is that your impression of Dekenza?
Every day it's different. I think
so.
I pretended Dekenza's was in China earlier too. So, I don't know what.
If you want, so there's a secret code in
my
transmission. So
there are
in the
secret
spaces
codes.
On Morning Friends, I'm going to give you a little secret here. There is secret transmission.
You're gonna have to work for it though. If you want the early alpha from the transmission, you're gonna have to work for it.
Yeah,
you can just wait. But if you don't have patience, that's where you go to find the hints. Is the Twitter.
Find the secrets. Yes.
There'll be more. We're gonna be dropping hints a lot more often now. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff. We're working on a lot of stuff right now. So kind of on overdrive.
We're building.
We are in build mode behind the scenes. So there's a lot going on there. So, we want to tell you everything, but, and it's so tempting every time Dekenza bullies us to spill the beans, but I'm not going to do it. You can't get me. Should we look at this one project we were going to show everybody real quick?
Let's do it.
Yeah. This is a project. It's, we're just like trying to find projects that are even out there that are doing things. And there's a lot of them. We miss projects all the time, of course.
Goblin Town's 1.5 ETH right now.
Yeah, Goblin Town dropped a little bit.
It's already dropping, yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, let's check out a new project. Boom, focusing.
Okay, this one is in pre-mint stage, so you can sign up for the whitelist if you'd like. This is called Icon. And, just like always on the show, we're just kind of looking at this for really the first time in depth with you guys. So just bear with us. So this website there's no scrolling or anything. So it's all in these buttons, right? So you can click code. Strange, beautiful, holy, profane. Icon can inspire generation. Define a moment. Kickstart a revolution. Ours starts with 10,000 Genesis NFTs. The goal is to create an immersive storytelling platform for the metaverse generation. Join a community of creators and tastemakers and claim your Icon NFT to get exclusive access and perks that no currency can buy. Don't just watch the story. Be a part of it. Become an icon. Play the intro. Oh, no. Okay, there's an intro video. Ooh, cool. Okay, that's that. So that's very vague. Okay, here's what they're gonna look like, I guess. So, I mean, this is definitely, there's a lot of unique, I'm guessing, artwork going on here. Because how would you? I mean, just creating attributes and stuff for unique character sets is definitely complex. So, I don't know how many different base characters there are, but it looks like maybe there's 10. Yeah, could be. And they're maybe slowly kind of revealing them before the project goes live. Here's their map. Okay, guessing that means roadmap. This is checked. So the gallery is live. Discover. Okay, so you can see the characters in the interactive gallery. That's what they're calling that. It's the interactive gallery. Very fancy. Radio is in progress. They're going to have a radio, I guess. Tune into Sonic Sounds Radio for an in-world audio experience. Keep an ear out for news, clues, updates, AMAs, exclusive DJ sets, and a mashup of future sounds. Cool. Game.
Cool.
In design, we're bringing together some of the world's top creative minds to reimagine the future of immersive storytelling. Surprises in store. It's kind of, kind of vague. Okay, that's. Oh wait, there's more. Here we go. Oh, just you thought that was it. Drops. NFT holders can expect exclusive access to original comics, one-of-a-kind artist originals, other limited edition content, fashion collabs, cooking events. Is that what? Oh no, they're cooking the events. Like it's in the process of being cooked.
I was like
cooking
say,
events.
I was like, okay,
that took a weird turn.
Cool party lifestyle sounds fun, and then all of a sudden, like, hey, we're gonna have home ec courses. It's gonna be fun.
I see Out the Mud says that he's complimenting your toxic skull there.
Oh, so, nice. Yeah.
He said he did the same thing, just not quite as epic as you did. Okay, so they're going to have events, not cooking events, but they're just going to be events.
In full disclosure, I am going to get a tattoo of the skull. It's going to probably be on my arm. I'm just looking. I still haven't found a tattoo artist yet that can that can book me in, within this summer. Because everyone that I've talked to that I liked is like, oh yeah, I can get you next year. And I'm like, all right, well, I want it now. So still searching for my artist. But yeah, gonna get that guy.
I thought you were gonna get a face tat of it, but I'm kind of disappointed to hear. I mean, last I heard it was going right here. But
no, you didn't.
The wife didn't approve of that one. Okay, on screen. The next part of the final part of the roadmap is our big vision is to explore a whole new subgenre of entertainment and interactive experience that pours onto the big screen. Get in at the start. Okay, so that's all the info. Okay, the mint is coming soon. Let me show you the Disky real quick, or I mean the tweeter. The Twitter here, 20,000 followers. Let's look at the engagements. Oh, well, that's their pinned tweet. Can't look at that. Yeah, engagements, all right. Oh, was that Pranksy? Oh, Pranksy is tweeting about it. That's kind of cool.
That's legit.
You can go to their pre-mint. Here's the details for the pre-mint. Gotta have 0.1 ETH in your wallet. I know everybody here is just sitting on bags of ETH anyway. Oops. follow them and join their Discord. It's not too hard to get on the pre-mint if you're interested in this project. So what do you think about this project, Matt? I think they got about 30K in their Discord. I gotta look again.
That's pretty decent. I mean, I'm not like the artwork is pretty legit. I'm not like a huge me personally, right? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Oh wait, that dude has fucking keyboards in his car. That's dope.
Matt's aping in.
Yeah, make some synth beats on the road, man. That's dope.
Yeah, I can hear this. I feel like I can hear the synth. Like there should have been synth playing on that website, even though I think
some like 80s synth. Yeah, dude.
Annoying, but
yeah.
Cool.
What do I think about this project? I think it's the artwork is legit. Not my style, not my favorite style, right? But I could totally see a lot of people loving it. Again, when I look at NFTs, it's not like I have to love it. I have to just think like, okay, do other people like this kind of shiz? Sure. Because maybe if other people like it, then if I have it, then maybe they'll be able to buy it.
Yeah. Your personal art taste
who's my exit liquidity? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the artwork is well done. I think they have the numbers. They have 20K Twitter. You said 30K Discord. That's great. They have major influencers tweeting about it, like Pranksy. That's reassuring. I mean,
there are going to be 10,000 of them.
So I'm sure Pranksy. I'm not saying that Pranksy has never tweeted a rug before or anything, but I'm just saying, he has clout. Yeah, for sure. He's like OG NFT influencer dude, right? So I've definitely bought things from that Pranksy has recommended before, and it turned out pretty decent. So hey, this I would be totally actually interested in a flip on this one. I imagine, is it one per wallet? Is that mint?
So here's the thing: there's not many mint details right now. There's no date. There's no clear price. I'm thinking the price might be 0.1 because they check your wallet for 0.1, but I don't know if they're just checking them to make sure you got it.
It's probably 0.1 if that's the case.
I mean, this would be one I would be.
Can you still get on the pre-mint?
Yeah.
Can you get on the pre-list? You can
till the 30th. Dude, yeah, till the 30th.
I want to get
already
it.
joined.
Let's get it.
I already joined.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I already joined. So this is one where personally, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch how this starts because 20,000, and I wonder how many will be on the whitelist because I just want to see because 20,000 is a lot, but it's a 10,000 collection too. So there's a lot of these.
I was just about to ask how much was spending again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. I hate the 10,000. I'm tired of 10,000.
Yeah. And to Kansas, I agree. If they had cooking classes, I'd be aping it no matter what. But again, I'm cautious on a lot of these unless it seems like it's going to be a slam dunk sellout in 30 seconds kind of thing where you got to activate the bot. But most of these projects, I'm more and more, I just kind of, I watch, I creep.
You creep. You're a creeper, bro.
And then I decide.
I don't know that about you.
Yeah. And if it's going too slow, then people start offloading under the floor or under the mint price all of a sudden because they're getting all scared and paper handing out.
When you got the 10K collections like that just runs rampant. Like that whole
undercutting the mint price. Yeah. So that's why, it's got to go at a good enough pace where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is going to happen. I'm in. I don't need it to be selling out for me to get in, but I just need to see some momentum, right? And some natural movement on the project.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those ones, I can't. Damn it, dude. I'm all right. I'll have to check in. I'll have to check into the Discord.
I need to do Discord, Dior, right?
I gotta dive deeper into Discord and see how the peeps are in there. I mean, because man, I tell you, like these kind the 10K projects, I'm just so exhausted of because it's just constant. It's just a copy pasta movement. It mints, and then you get a shit ton of people just selling at the floor because they don't realize that 0.02 is actually you're losing money when you sell for that kind of type profit. And I don't. It's
Yeah,
rough
and then the
with these
reveal
10Ks,
drop
but
and all that and everything. Yeah.
Now, you do have some, like we were talking about yesterday, there are projects that are doing well after, it's far and few between.
Sure.
That's where it goes into Discord and see, like, is this community the community that's going to prop this up? Is everyone on the same page, right? Because the community, everyone has to be on the same page of like, we're minting, we ain't selling for XYZ, whatever. And that's what I would be kind of really looking into is it's just see how on the same is everyone in the community on the same page. This is what I'd be kind of looking into. Because if they aren't, and with that, it's like, you could go back and forth too. Some people don't like to see communities constantly talking about floor price. But if I'm looking to flip, I kind of want everyone to be talking about, hey, I'm not selling until point. I'm don't list till 0.5. Don't list till 0.25. Whatever. If everyone's on the same page, if you see like a movement like that on the community, that's good to see. But if I kind of go in there and it's just, hi, hello, how's it going? Good. Walked my dog today. Went to the gym. Had fun. Sweet.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna be
don't
like,
know.
dude,
I don't know. Yeah, it'll be. I'll be interested to hear your feedback once you get in the Discord because I'm looking at it right now. I don't know. I think someone just said, "GM, I'm walking my dog," so I don't know.
See what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, that's great to have a community like that, but that's not really a community that I see like saying, "Hey, we just want to pump this." You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I would like to see, especially the 10K project, because there's just going to be so much FUD selling and everything. It'll be, I don't know.
Yeah, Dolph says, no, they don't have to be on the same page. The wash traders need to be on the same page. Problem solved.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. I don't understand what goes through people's heads. I think a lot of that's just rookie mistakes too. Like, I don't know why people do that.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weird stuff going on too. I think there's some sketchy stuff going on. Of course, people moving money around through projects just as their own way of just moving stuff around. But I heard somebody on a Spaces the other night talking about tax harvesting and stuff. It's still it's just people are doing weird stuff anyway. So it's hard to tell somebody's motivations for why they're selling at the prices they're selling. There's a lot of different reasons. Yes, Dolph is always dropping the wisdom. Yes, he is. He is Dolph the Wise.
So I would say I'd be into this project. I'd say I'd ape. I'm interested to sign up for pre-mint, see if I get it. Is it going to be like some sort of lottery system for pre-list, or is it just sign up and you're on it?
Let's see. Let's go look. It says anyone registered will have the chance to mint. Due to limited supply, we cannot guarantee a mint. When the list is full, all registered wallet IDs will be entered into a randomized raffle. Winners of the raffle will have the opportunity to mint 2 NFTs. Any wallet ID is not randomly selected get a spot on the wait list. If all the L1 ST, I'm guessing first whitelist spots are not claimed during the mint window, another randomized raffle will select wallets from the wait list, which will then have the opportunity to mint. The process will be repeated until sold out. Interesting. So they're just gonna it's like everyone can be on the whitelist, and they're gonna slowly hack through the whitelist until they've sold out.
That's an interesting strategy.
It is, yeah. It is. I mean, I don't know if I've seen stuff like that. I don't know if I've seen
and it didn't go well. It really doesn't, right? I almost feel like Forever
yeah,
Bots tried that, and almost similar, and it didn't really work out for them.
Project like that. It was maybe Forever Bots but it was worse though, where it was just like we're only gonna have a pre-sale, one pre-sale, and that's it. And then they added a second pre-sale, and then said they were gonna do public, and then they didn't do public at all. It was a mess. Yeah, that one was a mess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. I think it could work out for them because this project could have the clout, to do pretty decent. So It'll be interesting to see.
It'll
Do
be
we know how many are on the whitelist right now?
No. No.
See, it'll really all depend how many they actually get signed up for it. You know, that's really, if that's the only way to mint is to be on that list, then it really depends on how many people they get registered for it.
Yeah.
Because what they pose, the risk is that they don't get enough people on the whitelist that they don't mint out. And
Of
so
course.
then they have to like either cut
And then be like,
project
okay, we are going to
or-
do a public.
right.
We're
Then
gonna
they go to
vote.
public
You
mint,
guys wanna do
and
a
then the
public
price
mint?
is going to drop because all the FUD. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just working down. And so it's kind of like that's what I kind of get. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that or not, you know, because you really have to have a big ass
It's
list.
like an interesting list building strategy, though, to just let everyone on, right? You're just trying to build the biggest list possible, and then you're gonna just try to just really get those people to mint. I mean, it's interesting, and the pre-mint also gets you followers and people in your Discord. So there's a lot of advantages to just kind of allowing an unlimited pre-mint list, really. So
yeah, it's interesting, man. I
yeah,
don't know.
well, another one that'll
We'll see how that
interesting
works
to
out.
watch. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to watch it.
I think next week. Yeah,
they have a
we'll
good
catch up on
chance
this
of
next
pulling
week.
it off. I just want to see those numbers. I guess how many do you think they would have to have on their whitelist to sell out 10,000?
A lot.
Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think in my head. What number would I be happy with?
The whole
if I
thing is
saw
like these
premium?
these are just people who are piling in. So a lot of these people might not mint, you know, like me. So it's it's
I know,
how
dude.
many of those are actually hardcore and gonna mint is really the question, right? And then how many get the raffle when they do the raffle? How many of those are allowed in, right? Like, what's that final list look like? And if it's only like 5,000 people, they're going to need I'll put a lot of pressure on their community to push it. But I've seen way more messed up stuff happen and projects sell out that just like blows my mind. So
I mean, I would think, okay, so if they want to mint if their goal is to mint all
Super wallet.
10,000 and within the first round of
They need at least 10,000, 20,000?
drawing that raffle, right? I would say because about we'll say 5,000 will probably buy. That's what you probably
That's what
need
you'll
to
need.
convert.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what is that? I mean, I'd probably want to see on that raffle. I'd say probably like close to 30,000.
I know I'm like, I was originally thinking 20, but I was like, how is that even going to be possible with the numbers in their community? It's just not possible to have 20.
It's just
there.
because what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of people just sit back and wait to see how close it gets to minting out. And, it's like, if that first wave of raffle people, they mint out like a couple thousand, 2,000-3,000. Is that going to be enough to trigger the next wave to be like, oh yeah, I'm so confident this project's going to sell out, it's going to ape, I'm going to ape in, right? You got to get that.
Well, so
yeah,
like,
you got to
so
get
would
that
you
going.
then? So would you? What would be the number that first wave, if you were in the second wave, what would be the number that first wave would have to sell? For me,
Over
I'd be
half.
looking at the ratio of owners too. If I saw, okay, and if I knew how many were in that first whitelist group, let's say there was 5,000 allowed in, right? And you had, at least half of those buy, let's say you had 2,500 of those buy. So you'd be like maybe at 5,000 sold, maybe. Then I'd be like feeling pretty optimistic about that second round.
See, for me, the first wave has to sell half of it, at least over 5,000 is what I would say. For me to be a little confident that the next wave of buyers will be able to sell, and then maybe the third wave can finish it out, kind of deal. That's what I would be looking at.
It'd be brutal to have to go to the third wave, probably. But yeah, I mean, it would sell out if it had to. If it was that close, it would probably sell out then in the third wave. I don't know. Yeah, we'll watch. We'll watch.
If they had think of how many people they've got to.
all these schemes are just interesting to see how they play out because they're all putting different psychological pressures on their groups in different ways. So,
because what's going to happen, right? Because you'll have let's say they allow 5,000 at a time. We're just creating numbers in our head, right? They allow 5,000 people to mint first round, right? 50% of those people actually mint. Then the second round, they're like, okay, 5,000 more. I bet you less percentage actually mints from that second group, right? You're going to just every group that you allow to mint, you're going to probably be shrinking
diminishing
the actual amount of
returns on
people
each group.
is actually minting out. Yeah.
And
then because what's
course
going to
they
happen
can
too,
use sock
you're going to
puppet.
have the paper hands minting, throwing it up on OpenSea for like 0.01, 0.02 above floor, and you know, so then you're going to have people scooping the floor instead of even trying to get through the mint, and it's going to be that kind of these kind of things. You know, the whole whitelist thing is a little bit sketch. I really would like to I'm going to be watching to see what the numbers are. How many people they got in the whitelist? How many are they raffling out the first round? And then seeing how that all converts.
And Dolph saying, you know, can't they use sock puppet buyers to keep you confident? That's totally 100%. I'm positive lots of projects are use essentially just lots of wallets to and buying, you know, doing their own shenanigans. It's like, you know, in the book sales world where, like, you know, to get on the bestsellers list, essentially they'll be buying their own books sometimes, you know, just as a marketing scheme, you know. So I mean, and that is also, like, you know, not Yoda saying that's why you have to keep an eye on
you watch the
blockchain.
smart contract.
We, you know, when we're watching a mint, we look at Etherscan, you know, because we want to watch we want to be able to quickly look at everything going on with the mint live. I don't watch really OpenSea. I check OpenSea for floor price, but that's it really. So during a mint. Okay, well, I think that's probably good for
did a
today.
long one on this one.
We did a nice one, but, you know, these are all the interesting and relevant things to be chatting about, I think, when you're looking at projects. So but I think that is going to do it for us today on this glorious Friday. So I guess should we tell the people if we're going to be here Monday or not? I feel like we should.
Bro, we know we're going to be here Monday.
Okay, that's what I assumed. I just wanted to make sure you were in. Yeah, we're going to be working. Anyway,
we're in because we're going to be taking days the next week off.
Yeah, we'll let you know about that.
Yeah, vacay time, you know. But we'll be here Monday. Yeah.
Okay, we'll be here Monday then. See you guys Monday. GM, have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.